So like what I promised, we have a new success story, and this time it's gonna be Philip, who's
Hello,
currently
sir.
working in KSA. Congratulations, Philip. How
Thank
are
you,
you
Sir Jan.
feeling today?
Oh my God, super happy. Kaya hindi ko nga kaya mag-English today. Kaya sabi ko Tagalog na lang. Kasi talagang hindi ko na overwhelming yung pakiramdam. Super.
Okay. So, Philip, please tell us about yourself.
Okay. I'm Philip, of course, for everyone. 7 years na ako dito sa Jeddah. I work in hemodialysis in National Guard. And ayun, actually, I did IELTS 2009 GT, and after several years, this is my second time to take this exam for our visa scheme.
Okay. So, please tell us about where did you took your exam, when was that, and what mode and under what agency or, provider.
Yeah, I took my IELTS here in Jeddah, IDP, computer-based. Actually, way back 2009, it was, dito, wala pa kasing
Wala
computer-based nung that
okay.
time.
Sige
So,
lang,
ngayon lang
Tagalog.
ako nag-computer-based ako ngayon kasi gawa ng pass yung result. Ayoko din kasi na super tagal na. At saka, masagwa talaga yung handwriting ko. Kaya sure ako na lalo ng stressful ito. So, yun. Tapos, dito lang ako sa Jeddah. Malapit lang din sa akin yung test location sa Prince Sultan University.
So, Prince Sultan,
And,
sa mga nasa KSA dyan, please note, Prince Sultan.
oh, nice dun.
Kailan yan again? Kailan yan?
August 31.
August
Actually,
31.
today ko lang na-receive yung kasi 6 days. Akala ko, kasi zero na nagtignan. He got the result, I think 3 days. So, sa akin 6 days. 6 days bago ko nakuha.
Okay. So, yeah. Madami kayo nag-exam during that time?
Four lang kami, Sir Jeff.
Konti
4
lang.
lang kami. Ako lang yung Filipino.
And then the rest Arabic?
Isang Jordanian, isang
kinabog mo
dalawang
na
Saudi.
sila.
Gulat din sila sa akin. Actually, sige, mamaya kwento.
Sige,
Dalawa
later.
talaga ako dapat.
Okay.
Sige.
Okay. So, tell us first about your preparation. Gaano katagal?
Actually, nag-prepare ako 1 month lang.
Wow.
1 month lang talaga. 1 month lang talaga ako nag-prepare. And, hindi talaga ako super, nag-aral ako, nag-start ako mag-review lang ng PAPIA for listening and reading. Then, may idea naman ako sa speaking, pero hindi ko alam talaga yung paano ma-achieve yung 7. Doon talaga ako nag-struggle. Doon ako nag-start na ma-stress. So, kaya nagbabrowse ako, nagtatype ako lagi sa Lefora. And nung eksaktong araw talaga na kailangan ko na talaga ng, nakita ko yung post ni Sir Jeff. Kasi sabi niya, ito daw yung group na nag-help for IELTS speaking, particularly speaking. So sabi ko, oh my goodness, sabi ko, thank Lord, I think ito yung itong kailangan kong grupo kasi wala akong talagang clear concept of IELTS speaking. So I think nag-message ako sa'yo noon. Sinabi ko na join ako sa WhatsApp. Tapos sabi mo, okay. Tapos join mo ako sa group 2. Tapos yun na. Doon ako nag-start.
Actually, meron ako sa yung bad news. We have international members na magja-join, so you need to speak in English.
Okay, sure.
Okay. In-admit ko na siya. Okay. So yes. So yeah, preparation that's for speaking. How about your listening and reading?
For my listening and reading and writing, actually, on my listening, nag-enroll ako sa Magos. It was difficult. The listening and reading training nila doon, mahirap talaga siya. Tapos akala ko okay na rin ako. So yung writing, to be honest, yun nga, kaya nakita niyo naman, sige, sasabihin ko later yung score ko sa writing. Hindi siya talaga okay kasi to be honest, hindi talaga ako nag-prepare sa writing.
English, please.
To be honest, I didn't prepare for my writing task. Any of those two. I just have a look on how writing should be done, and I just look at it. I never even once tried to write it on my own. That's a bad move for me. Because my real focus is speaking. Kasi I realized that if I didn't get my speaking test, it's all for nothing. So I just focus on speaking.
So Okay. So you never use another other resources like for your listening and reading.
Um, IELTS online.
IELTS
When I
online.
started joining, yeah, when I started joining our group, dun ko that's where I found my weaknesses on listening and reading. Even for, a short period of time. I only trained for listening and reading for about 2 weeks to be exact. Only 2 weeks, but not every day. It's actually 2 weeks, like 3 times in a week. So I tried the IELTS online for 6 times only.
Okay. And then how do you find it?
It was good. Because you can really gauge the gauge of IELTS online was perfect.
Okay.
What score I got for my practice is the same score that I got for my real exam.
Wow. I think that was really high. Okay. So on your speaking practice, how did you practice?
To be honest, when I started speaking, I have my Baron's book, so I
Mm.
just practice it on the mirror. But I think that was not enough. So because when I am delivering, I stutter and I have a lot of bad feelers. I have a lot of that is very terrible if you will do it on speaking test. And then that's why when I felt stressed, I look on, as I mentioned a while ago, that I look for our group in the fora. Then
Yeah.
I found you, and then I asked you to let me in on this group,
Mm.
and then I joined them. And then I'm always watching Mandy's lesson every time, silent listener. And I think you always see me lagging in, but I never comment even one time.
Mm.
I never comment. I always mute, and then whenever Miss Mandy will say the question, I will immediately go to the
Mm.
mirror and I will deliver
Mm.
same manner, like how she will do like 3 or 2 mock in one session in Thursday. I will do all those mock every time, every
Yeah.
time. So I have a clear concept of what is needed to be done on the speaking
Wow.
test.
So that's kind of different strategy for the others. But actually, I did that as well when I'm doing practice with swoosh. Even if I'm not the candidate, I'm trying to answer as well. So we are common with that. So yes, before we start for the actual exam, could you, if you don't mind, could you please tell us your scores
Okay.
listening?
My listening is 6.5,
Okay.
and my reading is 6.5 also, because I have only 2 weeks to practice that one. And writing I didn't practice, so I got 5,
Okay.
because it's my fault. and then and then speaking 7.5,
Wow.
where I really focus.
And then finally you got your desired score for visa
Yeah,
screen. Mm.
yeah, it's just enough for
Okay.
my visa
So
screen.
so Gracelyn sent a clapping hand for you in the
Thank you,
chat.
Gazel. I think yes.
Okay. So on your actual exam, first the night prior your exam, what did you do?
Sir, to be honest, when I a day before my exam, I rested. I even when I subscribed for Easy 9 for my 1 week, 10 hours, 2 hours a day, to just polish, because I want to know where I'm standing at the moment, where my skills are. So they give me 2 hours a day, but on a day before the exam, I just rest. I don't want to stress myself. I cannot do anything
Mm.
anymore. So I just sleep the whole day.
Okay. So you will be more prepared. So during your actual exam, what was your experience in listening and reading?
For listening, it's more easier than IELTS online. I guess it's more easier. It's more easier. But on the part 3 and 4, it's so fast, because it's a three people conversation. I expect 2 person only was talking, but this one it's 3 person. It was difficult, because really, and because it is multiple choice, all of them are speaking at the same time, their opinions. So it's really hard to predict. You think that you hear already the right answer, no, but the third person will answer the question. That's why I think I get a little low score, 6.5 for that, because I was really confused on the three conversation. I think IELTS online have this one. I forgot which part, but I have experienced one with three voice conversation.
Yeah, they do have that. How about your reading experience? Do you
For
find it
reading,
easy?
I think it's easier than IELTS online also, because I left 20 minutes. But the bad thing is, even though I have 20 minutes left completing the reading test, I didn't review because oftentimes I will change my yes or no or true false not given. It always turns wrong. So I even though I already left for 20 minutes, I just left it like that. I just wait and rest for writing because I'm too exhausted already. I started my speaking first.
Okay. So your writing, what was your task one and task two?
For my writing, my task one is asking for the comparison of people who reach secondary education from group of ages like 50 years and above and 24 and lower, like which and from 6 countries: USA, Germany, South Korea, Brazil, and China,
Wow.
like this. So
And then
they have you have to compare how's the educational level between these countries and who achieved the complete education. Some of them didn't finish high school, so they were just elementary.
okay. On your task two.
For my task two, it's weird because I think that pulls my score because I didn't I focus on training for disadvantage and advantages. What question? The one thing that I didn't practice for writing is opinion based essay, and I really it's my fault. Then I answer it in advantage and disadvantage way. So it's it's still okay, but I think I didn't get it correct. The question is, people nowadays have establishing a good
Mm,
relationship on their job, but some people said that people who you don't work with, you establish more good relation to those people you're not working with. So that's the contrary.
okay. So before we'll start on the speaking test, please describe your examiner in your speaking.
My examiner is, I think, American British. I cannot explain because it looks like American. It looks like even his accent is American because it's not Australian. That's why I can understand him clearly because the accent was like us, the American based standard. So more clear for me,
So,
more clear.
your examiner was nice.
Yes, actually, he's not smiling. He didn't even greet me when I entered the room. I'm the one who greeted him. He didn't even greet me, and he just very serious, and he has blonde hair. So I just said, hi, good morning, and he just said, have a seat, just like that.
Okay. So for your actual speaking exam, please tell us about your part one questions.
This is the funny thing, Sir Jeff. Actually, on the first one, when he said the speaking will be recorded, so I thought it's already started. He just said, I forgot because out of my anxiety, he said that, okay, your speaking will be recorded and etc. etc. And then when he asked me, okay, where are you from? I already attacked the question, where are you from? So I overreact. I do like this. I did like this. Well, I'm from Calamba City. That is the second largest city in the Philippines, and Philippines is, you will find it in Southeast Asia, and we are an island of I said archipelago. And he stopped me in my face with the finger like this. He said, "Okay, we will start now for your part one." And then I was like, "Oh my God, it's not yet started." He only asked me where I'm from.
Okay.
So I think he got an idea that I have pre-prepared answer. He got
Mm,
an idea.
yeah.
He got an idea. So I was expecting it. So the first question was different.
Mm,
He asked me, "Do you like blue skies?"
mm.
Blue skies, out of my God, out of nothing. He asked me, "Do you like blue skies?" And I composed myself. I know I was shocked on hearing those questions, but I composed myself. I said, "Oh, absolutely. For me, blue sky signifies peace." And overacting na lang ako sa delivery ko. So, it elates my mood. And every time I went up on a rooftop, it always, then he smiled at me when I answered that one on the first question. And then he jumped from next question for number two. He jumped about, what sports are you playing? So then
Okay.
sa number three, which kind of sports do you like to try in the future?
Okay. Okay.
And sa
What
number
else?
four,
Please don't
number
forget to speak English. We have international member right now.
yeah. And then for the number fourth question, he asked, what kind of sports your fellow countrymen does.
Mm.
And then that's all I got, only four, because I answered, I think, longer in
Okay.
every questions.
Okay. So on your part two, what topic did you describe?
He's my question for part two said, what kind of job or business you want to establish apart from your current job? He said, what is it? Why do you come up with this? And what is your goal of upon reaching this uh, job or businesses?
Okay. On your
Then,
part three, okay, sorry, go.
and for the party, sir, he asked me about what kind of people who stays longer in their jobs. And the second for the part three is, what's the characteristic of a good leader?
Mm, okay.
And then for number three, uh, what is what is the view of people um, when it comes to high paying job over the job that they want to.
Okay.
And
Uh,
then for number four, I forgot. Hindi ko na maalala yung isa.
no
Pero
problem.
kinalaman din sa job. Oh.
Okay. So I know that you can answer this because you're not wearing a baya. So what did you wear during your exam?
I wear my same clothes that I took
What
when
did
I
you
took
wear?
my NCLEX. My
Mm,
NCLEX. I wear the very same clothes
what did you
when I took my NCLEX. So it was red. Because I'm Chinese, maybe they will ask me about colors, so I wear red. So I have something to
Mm,
tell him also.
okay. So on our important part as well, what are your tips to all the viewers right now that they are planning to take the IELTS?
For us, like nurses who are actually doing this for visa screen, we must focus on speaking. It's all for nothing if you don't do, because it's really all for nothing if you really won't focus on speaking. You can do listening, reading, yes. You must and writing. You must have an idea, and you must at least have I think moderate skills. I must say, but for the speaking, you need to be really practice well, because if you don't take it seriously, it will really affect your scoring, and you have to cure when you already know that you have a lots of fillers and bad fillers, so you have to cure where are you really weak, where your weaknesses is. That's why I found our group in WhatsApp, and my private group with our group mates also, with Tintin, Marvin, and Sober, and everyone. I think we are six: Gerald, Louis, and Gracelyn. We are doing it every day. I think until midnight, and I'm joining Sir Jeff group whenever they get Zoom. Only even I'm sleeping, I'm just listening. You have to really practice, because you will get a lot of vocabs, as Sir Jeff mentioned. I think I learned a lot of
Yes,
vocabs,
yes,
and
yeah.
it's from you. You
Yeah.
know, that's the thing that really I use during exam.
Yeah, actually, when you're listening, or when you, for example, when you're listening to someone, you will learn
Yes,
their strategy, their vocabs. You can
exactly,
copy that. They don't know that you
exactly.
copied it.
Exactly. I copy all those things. I just copy all those things, all
See,
those vocab.
yep,
That's what makes sense on our WhatsApp group. It really helps me a lot, and you know that, sir.
yep, and even if you're gonna be the examiner, it's somehow also a practice for you to do to practice your pronunciation if you will be the examiner. So, Philip, since you already mentioned, but still, I'm gonna make it for you as a formal. If you want to say thank you to everyone, especially your speaking buddies, so you can enumerate them right now.
First of all, thank you, Sir Jeff, for opening your WhatsApp door for me, and it really helps me a lot. And you know that, seriously, I owe it to you, because of the concept of speaking. If you really want guys to have a clear concept of speaking, Sir Jeff WhatsApp group for IELTS, it is really exactly what we are really need. What we really need, like Mandy's session. I want to thank her also personally. She inspired me. Really, I cannot say more for her. It's really a good, what she's still doing good job.
Yeah.
I like her so much. Please extend my thanks to
Yeah,
her
yeah, I
personally.
will, of course. To your speaking buddies.
And my speaking buddy, Marvin, Christine, Gerald, Louie, Graceline, Sober. These are all my
Hmm.
private
Yeah,
Zoom
yeah.
mates. Every day, they are even we are already exhausted from work, we are still continued practicing our session. Never, we support each other. We handled everything. So I want to
Yeah.
thank you for you guys.
Okay. Well, actually, speaking of Saber also passed her IELTS today. So we're gonna see her
Yeah.
for her success story next time. So yeah. So now we will open the microphone to everyone. If you have questions with Philip, this is the best time. Okay, guys, please unmute your mic if you have question. So, so after the exam, while waiting for their question, even they can chat. If they want to say something on chat, if they are shy, okay, you can type it on the chat box. So right now, after the exam, how did you feel? Okay. After the exam, are you sure that you made it?
For the speaking, no, sir, because actually this examiner is always laughing at me. Every question that he asked me, he will laugh at my answer. I don't know why. Maybe of the delivery, because I was exaggerating, maybe because I was the good training that I saw with Mandy is you have to establish feeling when you are delivering your answer, not recital. This is what I learned from her. You're not reciting. You are conversing to examiner. So that's why I think he can relate to me. He's always laughing. So I was conscious every time he do that, because in one question in part two, when I told them
Mm,
I want the one reason I want to go to United States is not to stay there for long. I said that I want to acquire a lot of money so I can establish my own company. Then he laughs already at me. He cannot control the laugh
okay.
when I said that I want to acquire a lot of money. So he started laughing. He controlled himself, but he laughed on that particular line that I gave.
Philip, I
So
think
I thought, mm,
okay. I think based on your stories that you told us, I think you brought your personality during your exam
yeah,
because you
exactly.
sounded like you are so bubbly and jolly.
Exactly. It really makes sense when you are really conversant, not reciting. It's
Mm,
really a big difference. Don't recite. If you recite, your cohesion and spontaneity is affected.
yep. Okay. So there's one question. Actually, this is a common question. During your speaking exam, have you used big words, idiomatic expression, and connectors?
I think I only use one basic um, idiomatic expression, because my Easy Nine coach told me that don't use too much.
Not sure.
Um, Even though like idioms is already used to, like I only use one once in a blue moon. This is the only idiomatic that I once in a blue moon only. But at least I made it.
Yep.
I
Yep.
made it,
How
and
about
I made sure that I use the once in a blue moon in a correct way.
yep?
This is the most definite way. And then I for high vocals, no, I only said maybe some words like petrified instead of
Mm,
scared. I said
wow.
petrified.
Wow.
So that's it. I got it from our group. I just copycat. I'm a copycat actually,
But look
and
at
it really
you.
helps.
Yeah.
It really helps. I will encourage everyone to listen every day on our group, because you will only get those words. And as a copycat, it may sounds like that, but you have to be a copycat to do well in your speaking test.
Yep. Yep. And how about connectors?
Yes, I always use moreover, perhaps, to
Mm,
add on that. I think you said I save it on my phone, the one you send the connectors, to add on that moreover, however,
yep.
does,
Yep.
perhaps. That's one I saved it on my phone. Before my
Wow.
exam, I just using this one. I never use ums or but, because I know that the one thing that I used to, instead of using I use to add on that. I think, however, I always do like this.
Okay. So yeah. So yes, there's some question, Philip, and in our chat box. Okay. From SKTD, if you can read, Philip, you can answer it directly.
Ah, okay. Um, Anong tanong niya, sir?
As your grammar is are your grammar perfect? Are you confident with your grammar?
So when on my actual review, pasensya, sorry for my um, delivery right now. I was so elated. I cannot even of my proper
It's very
preposition right
obvious.
now. Yeah, but my grammar was 6.5 on my assessment, on 6.5 to 7 my grammar, because I'm not particularly on grammar. My my coach says, I think Mandy said that also in one session that I always remembered. She said that don't focus much on your grammar. You focus on the way you being spontaneous, how you deliver it. So if you are multitasking of too much focus on your grammar, it affects your spontaneous speaking.
So that's it, SKTD, because he asked about do we need to focus on grammar. So yeah. So Philip said no. From Tads. Hi Tads, welcome back. May I know your speaking band score? He got 7.5. Yes.
7.5.
Yeah. So that's very high. If you have question, guys, please don't be shy. So while waiting for your questions, okay, Philip, what is your advice for those who are really shy person that don't want to speak?
Please kindly remove all your worries. It won't do any better for you. And especially those who are working overseas. I'm always telling my group also with Tin and Gerald and Louie. I always telling them that we are very lucky already to have this financial ability to spend for our IELTS. So it didn't compare to those who are in Philippines already working for 10,000 pesos, and
It's big
they would
money.
have to credit all this. So consider yourself one of those lucky persons. So why you have to worry? You have to do your part on your IELTS exam. That is to study and practice it. You have to spend time, because if you won't spend time on speaking, impossible you will be able to get the score that you want to. You
Yeah.
really need time. This is one thing for sure that Jeff always telling me. I think our group, that you have to attend. You have to attend and practice your speaking. It won't do any better if you will just stay home and you think that you're already capable of achieving by 7 by luck. Impossible.
Yep.
It's not by luck. Impossible.
Okay, thank you, Philip. So I will just read the question from your angel. What's your next plan?
I'm already finishing my visa scheme, because I'm
Wow,
already
you
I'm already
started.
almost, yes, I'm
Okay.
almost finished. I think the English result already, they're just waiting. My documents are already done.
Okay. From
Yeah,
Narda, did you finish your writing task?
I finished. I finished actually.
Yes.
This is I got 250 words for task 1, 330 words for the task 2. But the cohesion is affected because I didn't practice opinion based. I practice advantage and disadvantage way.
Okay. So yeah, so we just only have less than 10 minutes. Okay, next question. Tad said that he is shy type.
No, no need to be shy. I'm also a timid person, but I always attend every session that with Mandy or every Sir Jeff will post in WhatsApp. I will just go and listen. Even I'm already on bed. Actually, I'm just listening and keep on listening. And then every nice vocab that I will hear, I have a specific notebook. I will write this one, and I will practice how to use these words. I always do that. That's the reason why I got all these good highs in 7.5 in speaking.
Yep. And okay. Guys, if you have question, you can ask. So while waiting again, Philip, do you have any words of wisdom or encouragement, any philosophy or principles that you can think that we can inspire our viewers right now?
I think the one thing that I would really share is just establish a good character. Don't be a quitter. This is not time. There's no space or no option B for us. It's only option A. So you just have to go for it and never stop trying. Because even for me, if I didn't make it, it won't really bother me. I know it's difficult, but I know my goal. I set my foot on this. I will not quit. This is not the time to quit.
Okay, thank you. So there's some comment from Pipoy. Sir, did they provide you a barrier or mask during your exam? It's that kind
Yes,
of
yes.
setup. Okay.
My examiner is has a cover, but he doesn't wear anything. I'm the only one wearing mask. But
Um,
he asked me if I forgot. He asked me if I'm comfortable to speak with mask, but he makes sure that it's not too tight. He said, "Are your mask is not too tight because are you can able to speak?" I said, "Yes, I can able to deliver my I can able to talk," because he makes sure that I can open my mouth on the mask because some mask is too tight for the other people.
Okay, so another comment from Char L. Did you do something different before the exam?
I didn't do much different. I always just watch it video. I do complex delivery. I don't deliver sentences in a simpler way. I always do it complex. You have to because the criteria for 7 is delivering your answer in complex sentence.
Yes, okay. So guys, do you have any more question? Don't be shy. Okay. So, okay, maybe do you think who are also best member that you can recommend or that you think they can help?
Hello, sir.
Is there any person in the group that you think that it's good, it's gonna be a good help for them, like a member, like for speaking
Um,
body?
a speaking body, we have a lot of good speaking body. I even have in Louis Sober. Actually, Ma'am Sober is one of
Oh.
my speaking buddies. She's really good. You know, when I first have mock mock speaking with her, I already told her that, Mom, you're already ready. I think you got 7.5.
Yeah.
And she got really 7.5. And she hears me and she told me that, I think, sir, you're already ready also. So we just exchanged that. But we didn't tell which schedule that we will take the exam. It's secret.
Yeah. But, so you don't know that Sober already passed also. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So guys, no more question. I think that's it for now. Do you have any something to say, Philip, or that's all? So you will just enjoy your
Thank
coffee. Okay, go.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys. And never stop believing in yourself. Just continue. We have one goal. We are all nurses to US or which place you want to go. I know most of us is for visa screen. Don't stop there. You must act now and continue your study. This is the only thing you can face your goal without doing your if you're procrastinating. So alam mo na you know what will happen already. So just do it.
Okay.
Do some action.
So yeah, Philip, I hope you will not leave the group and help other members as well. Because
Oh. Yes, yes. I'm willing to also, yeah. I'm willing to have a speaking buddy if you like to on my during my free time because I need that. And I want to personally thank you about for that.
okay, so guys, that's all. Have a good night and see you next time. I hope one of the members or all of you will have your own success story with us.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Thank you,
Philip.
Sir Jeff.
Congratulations.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Stay safe.